Well, I guess the inevitable sort of is happening here, as expected. The sort of like I don't know what the correct term is here. Boy meets mini. You can probably help with me. Oh, you know this guy. Well, glad to have you here, Boy Meets Mini. But I was gonna say the Christian nationalification. I don't know what the correct term would be here. Of the United States is only coming a step closer and closer and closer with like I don't know this freaking complete weirdo sort of going ahead and opening up a sort of church within Washington D.C. and basically being one of the dudes who has close ties with the administration. Considering the fact that I believe that Pete Hegseth goes to one of his churches, I guess it makes sense why Pete Hegseth is such like a strange, like ostensible, like crusader larper dipshit. Considering the fact that he goes to like this fucking jabroni's fucking I don't know church, sure church. But what we got here?
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just
That's okay. That's a way to fucking start. Like a, strong start. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. It's like yeah, like I don't understand. Like women give birth to people. Yeah, that's a thing that they do. Okay.
think they're meant to have babies. That's
Well,
it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive.
Doesn't have any fucking talent. Like what the fuck are you talking? Wait, what would this dude think if there was like I don't know a woman who was say, uh, inert or something? Like I don't know if that's the correct term, right? Like just is incapable of getting fucking pregnant. Is she like not a person anymore or something? Like what is even meant here? Yeah, it's interesting that this dude does say fucking shit like chief executive, because again, for people like this, control and hierarchy is the point.
To simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue
No.
for you?
No, it's not automatically an issue.
Josh and Amy
Okay.
Prince, along with their 4 kids, moved here from Washington State.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no, in the sense that we're both saved by grace. We're absolutely on equal footing, but we have very different purposes, God-given.
But do you see yourself?
Okay, here's the fucking funniest thing about this. This is just like such a demented interpretation of religiosity, right? Like, Boy Meets Mini, it wasn't said anywhere in the fucking goddamn Bible that the purpose of a woman is to simply just rear children and stay in the fucking home. Is that said anywhere in the Bible? You know, asking the resident fucking Christian of the stream, do you know? Because I haven't read the Bible in a long time in particular. So, nope. Women served many roles in society in those times. Thank you, Boy Meets Mini, because I was about to say the exact same fucking thing. Cleopatra, she was literally Pharaoh of Egypt during those times, during the Bible. What do you mean? There were queens. They existed even back then. Like, they have had a lot of different positions within society, even during fucking ancient times. Like, there were some jobs that were sort of delineated for men and for women to do. For example, like, men were the only ones who were soldiers within wars, within armies. But even women, in some cases, in some of the societies back in ancient times, also had roles back then as well. Generally, it's like hospitalers and whatnot. But it's not just like everything that is made as an executive decision is only made by the man. Wow. It's just like, no, that's not, that's completely and utterly ahistorical.
As the head of the household, as the man.
He is the head of our household.
Yes.
Yes, and I do submit to him.
So like moving here
I was just
was
gonna say that.
ultimately
Dude, what the fuck is with this kink that's being projected by these fucking heterosexuals? Bro, don't fucking project your submission kink onto me. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking loser. Like, don't, because again, listen, with all these like stupid evangelical dumb fucks, it's all fucking goddamn stupid ass fucking kink projection with these motherfuckers, right? They just want everyone else to fucking have their fucking kinks, right? They don't want any other kink to be expressed. They don't want any sort of like expression of love or matrimony or whatever. They just want to have their fucking weird, demented interpretations of love and cis heterosexual, I don't know, like intimation or some shit. Be the only thing that is allowed, because again, for the point of these people is about maintenance of hierarchy and control. That's it.
Your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
Great example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors, Jared Longshore.
Wait, I thought these guys were supposed to be different from like fucking male pickup artists. Is this fucking am I listening to Myron Gaines here or some shit? Crazy. Those are the only other motherfuckers who constantly are just like, you know, we need to repeal the 19th Amendment and everything, you know, totally. Yeah, you're gonna have a great time fucking winning elections and gaining power to do your, I don't know, stupid theocracy fucking bullshit when you're trying to take away people's power. Like, for example, and great fucking, I don't know, prominent is the correct term anymore, but like literally Lauren Southern, who was a darling of the fucking alt-right, also said herself about how she fucking hated the marriage that she was in with her alt-right fucking husband, saying like it was suffocating. I was the main person who was like the breadwinner because she had a successful fucking media career at that point. It was suffocating. She didn't want to fucking do any of these sort of like submissive tasks that were expected of women during that time. And she felt fucking suffocated as a result. Because it turns out a lot of women are totally okay and are perfectly fucking happy with their current career positions and the ability to be able to participate in the fucking economy. Well, who would have thought?
And Toby Sumter agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
I'm sure that is totally what would happen. I am the only one who's allowed to cast the votes in this particular of household. I doth protest. I do not like this particular candidate. Shut up, woman! And he just like fucking smacks the shit out of his fucking wife or some shit. So fucking good, dude.
But what if there's your wife doesn't want to vote for the same
Right.
person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who.
I'm sure you're gonna have a great discussion there, my man, with the fucking back of your fucking hand telling that what the fuck do you know? You're just a stupid woman. Great. This is going to be a very, very good strategy conducive to winning elections, conservatives. Very, very good.
Have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support
I'm sure
it on
you
the
would.
basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And your system wouldn't promote further atomization? What kind of fucking backwards ass logic is this? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, oh yeah, you know, because we're making people vote together as like family units, where the husband's the only one who has any say at all, the man of the house is the only one who has any say whatsoever in the house. I have also another question. What exactly would happen what if the husband just dies? You know, because that happens. People die sometimes due to, I don't know, extenuating circumstances. What if the husband's dead? Who makes the executive decisions then? What if the woman can't get back into a relationship and can't get married and have another husband? What happens then? What about single mothers, right? Like, again, I'm broadly like bringing up some of these like whataboutisms here because has this been thought through? What do you do about them exactly, right? Because unfortunately, these are things that you kind of have to think about when you're trying to do a sort of restructuring of society. Yeah, that's probably a good point there, Alex. Yeah, I bet the whole family does get buried with them. That's probably true.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
I'm
Looking
sure.
at the leadership page for Christ Church,
Right.
it's all men. Do you accept women in leadership roles in the church and in government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Wilson
Boy Meets Smitty, Christian fact check. Is this true? From what I remember, there were a lot of priestesses in pagan religions who acted as, well, like I said, priestesses. They had prominent roles within, depending on the god, of course. So, for example, if it was a fertility god, if it was a priestess for a fertility god, more often than not, that was a fucking woman. So, in terms of the Bible or whatever, I'm pretty sure that's just not the case. Even in the institution of the church. Oh, thank you, Boy Meets Mini. Women were clergy, priestesses, and saints, and that is true to this day. Interesting. The first person to find Jesus resurrected at the tomb was a woman. Interesting. Also, what does this guy think of, like, the Virgin Mary? The Virgin Mary has a sort of very important and prominent role within Christianity. Oh, but, like, what does he think of that? Even Jordan Peterson, in his, like, I don't know, like, demented interpretation of the Bible, even says, like, well, the Virgin Mary also has very, very important part to play in the hierarchy. Yeah. Oh yeah, without, like, again, because we all know that Mary is Jesus' earthly mom. But here's the fucking thing with these, like, complete fucking charlatans and freaks. None of these motherfuckers care about any of that fucking bullshit.
And is part of a broader Christian nationalist movement making inroads with the Trump administration, with a newly created faith office led by evangelical pastor.
Wait, hold on. That's a woman. Woman alert. Woman alert. Woman. She's a pastor. Woman. Wait. Hey, Doug. Wait. What do you think of Paula White? You don't have a problem with this? I completely forgot about her. That she's the sort of, like, faith leader for fucking Donald Trump here. Well, this is rather interesting. It's almost as if for these people, it's not about adherence to the Bible in particular. It's all about hierarchy and control for these people and maintaining a very, very strict hierarchy.
Paula White Cain and people seen right outside the White House entrance praying and speaking in tongues.
We are standing on the soil of the White House and we are declaring your...
It's women who are doing this. I wonder what Doug would think about this. Interesting. Yeah, like, listen, this is how you know it's complete fucking bullshit. Listen, they just have their own demented interpretations of the Bible and whatnot, because, again, the point is maintenance of hierarchy and control. That's it.
How precious.
And now there's a monthly prayer service at the Pentagon, initiated by Hegseth, Wilson's highest-level connection to the administration.
It's not
Crusader
organizationally
LARPer.
tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his
Yeah,
part,
I'm sure.
Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
Fantastic. Excellent. But, there's more to this. I'm not sure if this is much of, like, a repeat here by CNN, but we got a bit more we can go through. What's this? Encyclopedia.com content article, The German Churches in the Nazi State. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, 1000% Alex. Yeah, like RFK praised their grandfather Nurgle and fucking Hegseth is praying to Satan. That's true.
Church has quietly opened here in Washington, just 3 blocks from the nation's capital. The Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth attended the first service. The church is part of the Communion of Reformed Evangelical Churches, and its aim is global Christian domination under a strict interpretation of the Bible. In this Situation Room special report, my colleague Pamela Brown went to Moscow, Idaho, to meet the controversial pastor behind it.
Christ Church Senior Pastor Doug Wilson makes no apologies for his beliefs on God and country.
I'd like to see the town be a Christian town. I'd like to see the state be a Christian state. I'd like to see the nation be a Christian nation. I'd like to see the world be a Christian world.
Hey, remember when all these motherfuckers, like conservatives during, like, Gamergate would constantly advocate for not wanting to build a theocratic state? This guy who has a pretty prominent role and connections to the Secretary of Defense, who goes to his fucking church, just literally said, like, oh yeah, I want to build a fucking theocracy. Yeah, I want to build a Christian theocracy. It's also the same shit that Sam Cedar also constantly says, right? Where it's like, yeah, the point is theocracy for these people. They want to build a fucking Christian theocratic fascistic state. That is the point.
And now Wilson's controversial views as a Christian nationalist are gaining sway in the nation's center of power with the recent opening of his new church and high-profile parishioners like Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
Is planting a church in D.C.
Epic.
part of your mission to try to turn this into a Christian nation?
Yes. So every society is theocratic. The only question is who's Theo? In a secular
I'm going to let him finish.
democracy, it would be demos, the people. In a Christian republic, it'd be Christ.
Well, what would you say to someone watching this?
What the fuck does... That's not... What the fuck is Theo? Like, what does that mean? Like, what? That's not what that means. Oh my. Okay, we're gonna get the etymology of fucking what? Oh my god, bro. It's so fucking stupid, man. Like the etymology of fucking goddamn of theocracy. Sure. Theocracy. Yes, it's a Greek word, we know. Theokratia. What does this mean? Earlier in English, in an unlatinized form, as theocracy, originally in reference to sectoral government, or sacerdotal, whatever, government of Israel before the rise of kings. The meaning, priestly or religious body wielding political and civil power, recorded in the 1825. I just want the term theo. Like, we know about crossy, right? The point is strength, power, you know. That's why democracy, which is demos, people. He is correct when he says this. Demos, people. Krasi is, or it would be rather, krates, or kratos. Demokratos, or some shit, right? Is how I assume it would be in Greek. Meaning power of the people. Like, what the fuck would be theo in this particular instance? Like, what does this mean? Is there like an etymological sort of like a basis for theo in this particular case? Because we know about kratos or krates, right? Part of democracy. That's like how it's supposed to work. Oh, here we go. From theos, God, plus kratos, a rule. Very, very cool. God rule. From a dude who's definitely going to speak on high. Broadly speaking, do people see the fucking problem with this? The fact that it's God rule? Who's going to interpret the fucking word of God? Who's going to do that? It's going to be people who do that. And there's going to be a lot of motherfuckers out there who think that they can interpret the word of God. Right? That's mostly the problem that I'm seeing here, because again, it's not about fucking having power of the fucking people, as much as these like people pretend to sort of care about that. No, this dude wants to be the main guy on top. Like I've said before, the point of all of this is for maintenance of hierarchy and control. The monarchistic part is the point. He just wants to be a fucking god king. Oh yeah, let's not talk about fucking schisms. Nonsense.
Say, look, I'm a Muslim. Who are you to say your worldview is better than mine, that your God is better than mine?
Well, if I went to Saudi Arabia, I would fully expect to live under their God's rules.
But you said earlier that you want this to be a Christian world.
Yes.
So you want to supplant their religion with your Christian.
Yes, by peaceful means, by sharing the gospel. There's a lot of work yet to do. I believe that we are working our little corner of the vineyard.
Wilson's Little Corner, a picturesque campus nestled on the outskirts of downtown Moscow, Idaho, is growing by the day with thousands of like-minded Christians. Parishioners of his church, known as Kirkers, own and operate several businesses downtown, next to liberal college town stores.
If it's true.
Why did y'all do it? Because of you.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's a regular day for you.
That's not unusual.
Well, I mean, because you're a fucking fascist who wants to implement Christian theocracy. You want to be a god king. That is what you ultimately want. That's the fucking problem. Yeah, he wants Saudi. Like, listen, that is also accurate there, Alex. Yeah, all these motherfuckers want something like fucking Saudi Arabia, but Christian instead of Muslim. Like, duh.
A big focus of his Christian movement is on a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies? That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother.
Yeah, we've already heard this bit, but whatever. We'll skip ahead.
That rules. Looking at influence.
He is rapidly gaining in power.
As a faith leader, Reverend Jennifer Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
He is rapidly gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson is part of a broader Christian nationalist movement
Epic.
making inroads with the Trump administration, with a newly created faith office led by evangelical pastor Paula White Kane, and people seen right outside the White House entrance praying and speaking in tongues.
We are standing on the soil of the White House.
The globe with more than 150
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
Wilson's influence spans the globe with more than 150 churches. Linux Helifungwa moved to Moscow from Africa.
It's really because I wanted to be a part of a community that was doing something, and especially.
He's got 150 fucking goddamn churches. He's a fucking mega pastor. Who knows how much money this motherfucker makes? Because again, a lot of the motherfuckers who have run organizations like this tend to have tax exemption status within the United States of America. Wonder why.
Especially in building Christian institutions.
Are there other black families in this community?
Oh, absolutely. There's a few black families.
Wilson maintains all are welcome to his church, but he's also not shying away from his past controversial statements on race.
Do you still believe what you said back in the 90s, that there's a mutual affection between master and slave?
Yes, it depends on which master, which slave you're talking about. Slavery.
Whoa, he says a bunch of pro-Confederate fucking bullshit. Crazy.
Was overseen and conducted by fallen human beings, and there were horrendous abuses, and there were also people who owned slaves who were decent human beings and didn't mistreat.
So I'm going to tell you right now, this is the exact line that the United Daughters of the Confederacy constantly fucking pushed after the sort of a defeat of the Confederacy during the fucking Civil War. This is lost cause shit 101. Talking about, oh, well, no, hold on. Well, the Confederates weren't that bad because some of them were actually godly human beings who were actually good to their slaves and didn't mistreat and misappropriate their fucking slaves. This is 100%. This is 101 fucking tier fucking lost cause fucking bullshit.
I think that system of chattel slavery was an unbiblical system, and I'm grateful it's gone.
Well, he also wants gone same-sex marriage because he thinks homosexuality is a crime.
In the late 70s and early 80s, sodomy was a felony in all 50 states. That America of that day was not a totalitarian hellhole.
So you would like America to go back to that?
Yep.
Wilson maintains his...
Bro thinks that America, because of Obergefell v. Hodges passing, is a totalitarian hellhole? Dude, like... Listen, Boy Meets Minnie, it's like you say, terrorists like this guy should be the main people who get fucking deported, because this is fucking insane, dude.
Ultimate goal is to bring about the second coming of Christ through his work, and rejects critics' claims he's trying to make the dystopian world of The Handmaid's Tale a reality.
I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not a fascist. I'm not a racist. I'm not a misogynist.
How far off do you see a Christian nation? Like a full-on Christian?
He's not a misogynist, yet he literally, in the exact same fucking interview, well, this is the full fucking version of it, more of the full version of it, in this fucking clip, he fucking advocated for repealing the fucking 19th. But he loves women, guys. Yeah, sure, totally. Good luck being able to win over a lot of women by saying, like, yeah, I want to repeal a bunch of your rights that people have spent decades fighting for. Yeah, I'm going to repeal them.
Oh, 250 years?
250 years.
Yeah, honestly, that's
what you see. But you do think it will happen?
Yes, I do. We're not going to usher in anything ourselves. We're really genuinely pioneers.
And thanks to our Pamela Brown for that very special report. CNN, by the way.
Great. Fantastic. Well, so as expected from this complete fucking charlatan and freak, this fucking psychopath, it's, you know, very, very cool to see that, you know, he has, like, a complete idiotic, demented interpretation of God and fucking religion in order to justify one thing and one thing only. Maintenance of fucking hierarchy and control. Because with these stupid, crazy-ass, idiotic fucking evangelical pastor freaks, that is what it's truly all about. He'll kowtow his language and pretend to play all civilly and fucking nice for the fucking cameras, but in reality, this guy is a complete fucking schizo freak who doesn't actually believe in the tenets of the fucking gospel, who could care less about the tenets of godliness or whatever. Doesn't really give a much of a fuck up about any of that shit. That's a really good point that you raised there, Alex. Why aren't you speaking out against Trump's Gestapo then? Bitch. That's interesting. Oh, he also has done child sexual abuse. Very, very cool. Crazy. Like, the literal fucking Christian cult leader also just wants access to a bunch of children, a bunch of fucking children from these vulnerable families. So he's going to fucking do whatever, like, a sexual assault fucking bullshit. Because, again, that happens all the fucking time with people like this. With fucking cult leaders. I don't think I need to see any of the videos for the evidence. Like, it's a thing that constantly fucking happens with all these, like, religious cult leader types. They just want to fucking get at children in order to fucking diddle them. Constantly. It always fucking happens. It's the easiest call of life. So, cool. Steps closer to Christian monarchism, theocracy, and fucking fascism. Being led by, I don't know, one of the weirdest pasty-looking motherfuckers on the fucking goddamn planet. Don't think there's really much else to say besides this dude's a fucking freak who only cares about maintaining hierarchy and control. That's what it's ultimately all about for this person. He doesn't give a fuck about religion whatsoever.